Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I'm going to be doing part 3 of Can You Survive the Zombie Apocalypse? Now, this is a choose-your-own adventure. It was written by Max Brauer. Alright, so that being said, first things first is I've already done part 1 and part 2. At the end of part 2, I again gave you a choice, and the choices are, alright, if you want to ignore the phone call, if you want to ignore the call and start pounding beers, turn to page 190. Or for that, I would say you put option 1 in the comments, all right? If you want to answer mom's phone call, option 2, all right? So that being said, it was absolutely unanimous. I think there were 13 or 14 votes total. Everybody chose option 2 because your mom's calling. Pick that phone up. I mean, all right. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, that being said, I've got, if you notice in the background, I've got the door open because my cats keep on scratching at it and they kind of get on my nerves. I love them. They get on my nerves. Anyway, this is part of my entourage. That is, the white one is Yuki and the little gray and white one is Gomez. And I think Yuki's probably hoping I'll play with her with the laser pointer because she absolutely loves it. So I'll play with her later on. Anyway, like I said, all of you guys chose option 2. That one, I go to page 225. And this is a kind of long one. It's about 8 pages, so please bear with me. And then I'll have you make your choices after that. All right, here we go. Against your better judgment, you answer the phone. Hello? It's like the dam broke. Out pours a torrent of, oh my gods, where are yous? And are you okay? Should have had that beer. Mom, relax, I'm okay. Relax isn't in your mom's vocab. It disappeared the day you were born. Your folks live outside Boston, so you don't have to worry about them ever popping in. Though they'd love to, surely. They'd be Kramer to your Seinfeld if geography allowed them. I'm at home, Mom. Mom talk, Mom talk, Mom talk. Yes, of course, I saw the news. Mom talk, Mom talk, Mom talk. Mom, you finally shout, you need to relax. She tells you to take the ferry to your Aunt Judy's house in Staten Island. Why? Why should I do that? She tells you it will be safe. She wants you to be safe. Mom, I'm safe here. She tells you she'll send you a check for $500 if you go. Okay, done. You hang up, grab your old backpack, same one you used to smuggle beers up to your dorm room a few years back, and fill it with the essentials. Some clothes, Nintendo DS, a few issues of Hustler, and you hit the road. The Staten Island Ferry departs from South Ferry Station at Battery Park, the southernmost tip of Manhattan. You're about 50 blocks north. With no other choice, you begin running. Around it, it's like an unofficial city marathon, full of a bunch of out-of-shape guys sweating through their work clothes and women regretting their shoe choice of the day. The streets are crazy in all directions. Gridlock. Cars don't move. The sidewalks are jam-packed, so you work your way through the cars. You hear little pieces of news that the zombies are uptown, on the west side, in Brooklyn. Christ, who knows what the hell to believe? You pass a police station. It's surrounded. People bang on the windows, yelling for protection, demanding to be let inside. Half a dozen cops stand out front, trying to keep order, pushing, shoving, then a gunshot. People scatter. Some charge. A riot begins. You pick up the pace. Farther on, a man bursts out of PC, Richard carrying a DVD player. No one chases him. 3 men beat another man mercilessly on a crowded street corner. No police around to stop it. 20 minutes later, seeing stars, jagged pain in your side, feet sore as all hell. You finally see South Ferry Station in the distance. A throng of thousands greets you. You push your way into the crowd. Hours pass. You stand in the stinking heat. Miserable. Any longer and you're going to collapse. A Staten Island girl in a Wagner college tank top bitches about the heat. It is so gross out here, she says. I swear to God, if that ferry doesn't get her like now, I'm going to scream. Her boyfriend, tall, roided out, and fake tan, tells her, be cool, slut. You can only shake your head. Word starts to make it down the line. One of the ferries is stopped about 200 yards out, right in the middle of the water. You press to the edge along the waterline where you can see, yep, ferry, just sitting there. A light bulb goes off in your head. You inch your way through the park to the 25-cent binocular viewers, the type that tourists drop a quarter in to get a 60-second look at the Statue of Liberty. A few others follow your lead. You fish a quarter from your pocket and drop it inside. Bend over, put your eyes to it. You spot the Statue of Liberty first. It takes you a moment to locate the ferry. There's all sorts of movement on the upper level. A fight. Then someone jumps. They don't quite make it. The body hits the lower level railing and tumbles violently into the water. Another person jumps. This one makes it. Then more. The entire lower level. Dozens of bodies leaping into New York Harbor. Holy shit. Panic gasps and "oh my God's" echo among the others looking through the viewers. Someone pushes you aside to get a look. By now you can see the survivors with your naked eye. They swim furiously, headed for Battery Park and the ferry dock. They arrive in minutes. A man crawls up on the shore, bloodied and half dead. A group runs to help him. Bad idea. A scream erupts from the center of the group. A woman spins away, clutching her shoulders. More screams from across the park and inside the dock. The crowd goes mad as more and more of the things make it to shore and you start to attack. You run for it. You make it a block. Fuck, more of them. The beasts are everywhere. God damn it, how do they multiply so fast? Up ahead is a large warehouse, one of many. There are 2 trucks out front. A huge image of a cow with bright red smiling lips is painted on a perimeter gate. You sprint for the gate. Open, thank God. You enter, catch your breath, and make for the first open garage door. It's open about 2 feet. You drop and roll underneath. Pitch black. You slap around at the wall next to the door. Feel around. Light switch. You hit it. Shit! Zombies. 100 dead faces fill the warehouse. You let loose a blood-curdling scream. Squeeze your eyes shut and prepare to die. Hey, dude, chill. It's okay. Huh? You crack open one eye. One of the zombies is walking over to you. We're not real zombies. Huh? You squeak out. You look around the warehouse. Supposed to have a zombie walk today, the guy says as he shuts the gate. What? Zombie walk. You know, a zombie parade. We dress up like zombies and do, you know, the classic zombie shuffle. We start here in Battery Park and go to Midtown. It's a whole day event. We do it to raise awareness. Awareness for what? Zombies. Buddy, I think people are aware. Most of the zombie walker folks sit along the wall in boxes and crates. Eyes on a big fat guy talking up front who looks a lot like the late not-so-great President William Howard Taft. It's a meat-packing warehouse. Main floor is near empty. Besides the boxes and crates and zombies, just a few pallets. You take a seat and listen. The one you first met, clearly the leader, addresses the crowd. You take notice of his awful, fake blood-splattered khaki shirt. It's getting worse, guys. Police presence has dwindled to nothing. The military seems to have pulled out of the city from what we can tell. Obviously, today's zombie walk isn't going to happen, but I'm glad we're all together for this epic experience. Taft picks up the discussion. Now, what we're dealing with here appears to be some sort of mashup of the classic Romero zombie and the more modern Rage virus zombie. As we all saw, these zombies just sort of walk around very slowly, dumb, classic Hollywood zombie. But when something gets their attention, they can run like the wind, Rage zombie style. Looks like we're on our way to a classic stage 3 outbreak, Khaki says. You speak up. Classic stage 3 outbreak? What the hell is that? Taft takes over. Yeah, stage 3 can spread to stage 4 quickly. At stage 4, well, then you're just one stage away from the end of the world, like a boy and his dog, with zombies. Then there's Four Eyes. Looks like Elvis Costello with a bad chin strap. Elvis speaks. We do have one advantage over the rest of these idiot Manhattanites. You lean forward, deadly serious. What's wrong with Manhattan? Don't make me laugh. No, really. You waste all the rent money to live in a shoebox. What are you paying for? I don't know. How about convenience? Living in the greatest city in the world. Where do you live? Brooklyn, he says, leaning back and crossing his arms defiantly. Khaki calls order. All right, guys, Brooklyn versus Manhattan. What killed the dinosaurs? These are questions that can be debated forever. Now isn't the time. You were saying? I was saying we have one advantage over the rest of these unprepareds, Elvis says, looking right at you. We look like the zombies. You thinking what I'm thinking, Taft says? Then the 3 of them together, big grins. Shaun of the Dead. What's that now? Hello, Shaun of the Dead, 2004, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, directed by Edgar Wright, classic Zomcom. But where to, Khaki says, what's safe? You've got it, you were just staring at it, Statue of Liberty. They exchange glances. He has a good point, Taft says. In John Carpenter's Escape from New York, Liberty Island served as a base of operations for the military. We could use it in much the same way. Can zombies cross water? Someone in the crowd pipes up. You interject, I just saw them swimming, but I mean, I don't know if they were full zombies or, in transition or whatever. Taft shoots you a look that says you're invading his zombie knowledge territory. Well, he says, the water issue depends on who you ask. In George Romero's Land of the Dead, they do cross the water, finally infiltrating Fiddler's Green. And in Lucio Fulci's Zombie, also known as Zombie 2, there's a classic zombie versus shark scene. But won't they smell us? Smell that we're different when we're out there? Someone else calls out? Depends. Some zombie fiction, yes. Some no. Wait, isn't this a meat storage warehouse, you ask? Yeah. So you get some meat, rub it on yourself, it'll hide the smell. They argue. Bunch of dorks. They're insufferable. You stand up and go to explore on your own. Can't stand much more of these guys. In the back is a heavy metal door that leads to the freezer area. Huge slabs of meat hang on hooks. Thick sides of beef. Jackpot. You walk back out to the group. Guys, if we want to go out there or not, having the meat can't hurt. So how about you quit arguing and you help? They shut up. Think for a second. Then a few get up and follow you to the freezer. You're feeling pretty good. You came into this situation and took charge. Not common for you. 5 of you work together, lifting the slab of meat up off the hook. It hits the floor with a thud. You try to push it. Too cold. You leave the freezer, take off your shoes, put your socks on your hands, and put your shoes back on. They do the same. Together, some pushing, some pulling. You get the beef out onto the floor. It takes nearly 3 full days for the meat to thaw. You and the others sleep as much as you can. When you don't sleep, you discuss the plan. Diagram the walk. You're just 3 blocks from the harbor. You'll drench yourselves in cow guts, shuffle over there, drawing as little attention as possible, then jump straight into the harbor and swim your asses off. The whole time, as you talk, as you discuss the plan, you hear the moans of the beast outside. Finally, the meat is thawed enough that it's usable. Khaki calls everyone together. All right, he tells everyone, wash up. You stab your hands into the cold side of the cow, pull an ice-cold chunk from the animal's meaty underside. You hold the fleshy pile in your hand and stare at it. Is this really what it's come to? The twists and turns of life. You wash your body with the meat, rubbing it over your face, neck, and arms, and then over your clothes. You stick a few hunks in your pocket. Can't hurt. When you finish lathering in beef, you try to rip your shirt for the visual effect. Man, Hulk Hogan made it look easy. After a minute, you get your collar to split. Guess that's all you'll get. You look around at everyone rubbing chunks of dead cow over themselves. Christ, this is the most ridiculous plan ever. Are you really going to go through with this? That is the end of part 3, and I'm going to leave the options for you to choose from in the description below. Thank you once again for watching, and have a great day. Bye.